Did it record?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going? Okay. I don't know if you want to start because I've already
Alright, so,
said about 1 billion things about this.
Mako poisoning. So, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, 4 years later, we're sitting here.
It almost does not feel real.
It doesn't make any sense.
I cried a lot today after it was finished. I feel like I went through 50 years of my life just to get to this point, and it's over. Even though playing the game felt like we played it for a month.
I don't know if it's because COVID has expedited, like, our life. I feel like everything is in fast mode now.
Yeah, time is different.
It's like,
Time's different.
something with time is different.
Come on in.
Get in here, Ed.
Come on.
Get up here. Join the video.
Come on in. Oh, King Beef.
Oh,
Come on.
beef boy. It's very similar to this game. I feel like there's an influence over us
Yes.
that Sephiroth has done to us because of this game.
This game...
This is the masterpiece we were wanting.
Yes. This game is...
Right?
It was like someone went into my brain and curated this perfectly to me.
Yeah.
Like, this was made for me.
Like every aspect of it.
Everything I ever dreamed, everything I ever fantasized.
They literally said, okay, what did everyone complain about? They said the world was small.
Fixed it.
They said the party was too small.
Fixed it.
They said...
Too linear. Fixed it.
It's too linear. Like, everything about it, there's not enough side quests.
The mini games are pointless and don't go... We don't like them and they don't go along with the story. Fixed it.
Yep.
The mini games in this... I am a mini game hater. Like, I will not...
Yeah.
And almost every JRPG I've ever played, especially like Final Fantasy, like I won't even get like the final weapons a lot of the times because I'm not fucking wasting my time.
What's the one in 9? The chocobo sniffing?
I hate. It's the worst. It's one of the worst games ever. Also,
I'm not sniffing nothing.
I hate the card game in 9, which we will talk a lot about the card game in this game because it's fucking the greatest ever. No, like there's. I will avoid it. That's why I hate the new Pokemon. I don't want to play these mini games. That's like pointless, stupid shit. The mini games in this. Come here. The mini games in this game are so fucking fun.
All of them.
You want to do everything. The card game is spectacular. It is perfect.
No, the thing about that too, though, is we had no idea there was going to be a card
game.
No,
I didn't know at all. I tried to not be spoiled by this game without anything.
First, did you read the article where they mentioned it?
Yes, somebody.
Did we see the PlayStation video?
I think we saw the PlayStation video, and then my phone started sending me bullshit Google clickbait articles about it, which I didn't. I'd see them, but I wouldn't click on them.
Yeah.
And it blew us away. It's like usually that kind of stuff turns me off, and I'm like, this is not fun, and I like immediately latched onto it. Like I loved playing that mini game. I did that. I'm usually like a backseat like gamer. I am like a co-pilot. I tell Ryan strategies.
Yeah.
I come up with like ideas of how to do fights, and
Yeah,
when he's
Google
struggling,
for me,
I'll read maps for him. I'll tell him where to go and get the stuff. I usually don't like being hands-on. Unless it's a very specific type of game. Like, there's certain gameplay mechanics that I love. I immediately was good at Queen's Blood. Like, I loved it. I wanted to keep playing it.
I instantly understood
I knew how to do it instantly.
Strategy of it.
But then they took... So, like, whatever, you learn it, and, like, you feel like, oh, mastering this, I'm so good at this. And then they change the rules. Like, it's, like, the same basic rules, but they'll put you into fights or, like, scenarios with the cards that is, like, different. So you have to, like, you have to tweak your play style. Like, you have to build new decks. You have to play in a different style than you played originally, and, like, it keeps it fresh, like, the whole time. Yeah. Like, I dreaded that shit in Final Fantasy IX, and that was my Final Fantasy IX was my favorite Final Fantasy until this game.
It was like they perfectly balanced and planned the difficulty of the card game.
Yes, they scaled it perfectly.
It was like nothing ever feels too overwhelming.
No.
If they introduce a new mechanic, the cards aren't so overpowered they're gonna kill you.
Yeah, and they don't give you the most shittiest cards either, so you lose every time.
Because like, what is it? It's a 3x5 grid, I think.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Is it 3x6 or 3x5?
3x5.
3x5.
3x5. Yes,
so
3x5.
Every match starts the same. You're on that side, they're on that side. You always start. You always have the advantage of you play the first card.
Yes.
But
until they switch you up at one point.
Yeah, then there's a point where they're like, oh, you're going to start.
Actually, you're on the other side.
On
so
the
thing is, these cards, they have movement, like, grid. Like, on the grid, they don't just do a status, like, on the one piece they're on. They can affect, like, a whole grid. So, like, when you start the game, like, the first half of the game, you're on the left-hand side, so most of the cards you have, the moves will affect to the right. Like, so you're going to be attacking your enemy. When you build a deck like that and you get used to it, and they switch you and say, fuck, no, you're going on the right now, you have to rethink how to use those cards and, like, build a new deck, and I just thought that was really interesting.
All your cards are designed to go right.
Yes.
They're not really... There's a couple that are, like, designed to go left. At that point in the story.
Yeah, but then you know...
Like, obviously you'll gather more cards throughout the game, and it'll all...
Yes.
But that's such a weird thing, though, too, because, like, that mechanic, I feel like, only occurred once.
But you could implement it.
I mean, I didn't do every card battle in the game, so it probably does reappear.
And then, so, like, at the beginning, it doesn't let you get overwhelmed, like Ryan said, with, like, cards that have too many, like... Because then they get status effects, they can do, like, stuff across the board.
They start to implement all these other features.
And then it, like, just escalates. Like, you can have a card that when it lands on something, it could blow up other cards, or it could, like, oh, if you win this slot, you get 3 to 10 extra points. So, like, you really need to think ahead of, like, how you're going to play out your cards. And
there's so many ways to play it.
Exciting. Like, I loved it.
There needs to be a standalone app for this.
Oh, 100%. I would play it all day.
Everybody can play it on their phone.
I would love to fight my brother in it.
It'd be
I would like to buy cards in real life. This might even be a card game that I would, maybe play in real life. And, like, most of these card games I hate, or I don't really like the people playing, but... I would do it.
I do think that I want them to explore this further.
I would do it with you if it was a real thing on the table. Yeah. So like that right there, we could literally make a 20-hour-long video on this card game alone. Yeah. Like, and
we're not even masters of it.
No, and
if you take a real card game freak fanatic,
yes, and
we they'll be like, oh, well, there's actually 6 metas right now. If you play,
on this deck,
you can play low cost, high effect. And, like, do crazy shit.
Yeah, so, like, this is just me and Ryan as laymen just on the surface level, and that is how much fun it was.
Like,
and
very basic players.
That's not even a requirement of this game. Like, you don't 0%. Need to fucking even play this other than one part of the game.
Yeah.
And if you really suck, somehow you could just beef your way through it somehow, probably.
Exactly.
Up there, you could just put yourself down to the easy mode. But it was like, that is such a tiny thing that could seem insignificant to others, but, like, to us, it was amazing.
Exactly, yeah.
Still going?
Yeah, I know your battery was at like 20%.
It should be alright. Yeah, so like that's like tiny. There are so many tiny aspects of this game that like to some people might be insignificant. They build like the base of how it's not just the story. It's not just these characters that you love so much. I love fucking Cloud Strife to a degree that is psychotic at this point.
Yeah.
It is, it's a mental illness. I 100% admit it. But they took a character that I hated. I hated the original Final Fantasy VII. I went from 6, which is debatably the greatest in the whole series. A lot of people will say that. And went to 7, and I despised it. So, like, I cut this game out of my life for, like, a good, like, 15-something years, okay? Yeah. And I went right to 8. I loved 8. 9 was my favorite.
You guys played it the first year it came out, right?
Yes, and I had just gone from Resident Evil... and went to this, and I said, this ain't as good as Resident Evil.
This was, like...
It looked like shit.
This was action figures, now we're playing with Legos?
Yes, I went from, like, man, this is the scariest, greatest-looking game you've ever seen in your life, to, whoa, something's wrong. Like, something
it looked fried.
Yeah, and I couldn't...
And you guys had trouble with the controls?
Yeah, there was just a lot. It was
it was a weird...
It was a weird time for me, but like whatever.
You might have had to be a teenager to really appreciate it.
And like maybe you had to be a fan of anime and stuff to really like it, because I wasn't a fan of anime at this time at all. I hated anime.
And see, when I saw Cloud the first time, I'm like, this is what I want in my men.
See?
I want them to have spiky fucking
big
hair,
swords,
the biggest possible sword.
But see, like for me, like when you jump from that to 8, and 8's character like models are phenomenal. Like for that time, they're beautiful.
Yeah, and it's not that anime though.
No, but that's why we loved it. Like we gravitated to that. I'm like, oh shit, this is for me. Like 100%, this is for me. And we sucked on the tea of 8 like you can't even fucking imagine. It consumed it an entire year, whole summer of my life. Yeah. And I loved it. And 9 was even more important. It was a pivotal fucking experience in my life. This game, so I went into this with like no nostalgia for like the first one remake, and it blew. If you've seen the fucking video that me and Ryan did last time,
go watch the video.
Legitimately changed the trajectory of my life. Like it changed how I felt about like JRPGs as a whole, the Final Fantasy as a series. Like
it kind of saved them, honestly.
It saved them
because think about so 2020 is came out.
Oh my god, Final Fantasy 15 was so bad. That means
the PS4 had already been out for 7 years.
Yep.
What other JRPGs can you say that were on the PlayStation 4?
Not that we played.
I can't think of any.
Ryan made us get Final Fantasy 15, even though we knew we were going to hate it because me and Ryan were diehard invested in Versus 13 when that was announced.
Yeah, Novala Crystallis.
It was like a dream that everyone had in the back of their minds. Like, this is the greatest thing.
This is going to be the
when
best
you saw
thing
it was fucking Sasuke blowing people up, the greatest graphics you've ever seen, the darkest shit you've ever seen, and you're like, this is it. I've waited my whole life for this moment, and then they gave you this thing that it was like you opened the box and it was a fist that punched you straight in your teeth. That's what it was. Fuck you to you. It was a fuck you to the whole world.
We bought it on a Black Friday deal.
We knew it already sucked.
They'd already done like 6 patches to fix
oh
the
my
game
god!
Oh, backlash.
Watch this stupid fucking movie to know what's going on.
Buy the 2D fighting game.
Oh, watch a crappy anime. Read this fucking novel, and then you'll maybe care what's going on. Okay, I hate it. It's dog shit. I don't care who's watching this. That game is a nightmare for me. It's atrocious.
It was a bad game.
Fucking beyond boring.
It was a bad game.
How can you literally look at Noctis and be like, I even care one iota about this character that has no personality?
Yep.
The only character that's worse is Clive. I don't even want to talk about how bad Final Fantasy 16 is. It almost bankrupts Square Enix. It's beyond belief horrendous. So to be going from 10, which was the greatest of all Final Fantasies, and then have 20 years almost of absolute dog shit that has come out, to have this is like you were reborn. I was reborn.
This is like if you wanted the perfect game, this is the game.
This is the game.
The
title is perfect.
Everything about this is perfect.
Perfect. Everything.
It's
everything.
No matter where you look at it, you can just listen to it and you're like, oh, this sounds so fucking good.
Oh my god, and like the new, not just the rearrangements of the original music, the new music in the game is. We've been listening to the remake fucking soundtrack for 4 fucking years straight. Okay? It's magnificent.
Yeah.
The minute you hear like certain songs, you're like, you're just in. Like, you're just in it.
The perfect balance of like, you'll have like this upbeat techno-y pop song. For, like, the character you think, like, that fits her perfectly.
The Cessna song?
Yeah, the Cessna
Don't even fucking say it. It's so good.
It's good.
Why does she get a song that good? That's
She's
what I'm saying.
Character with, like, a couple side quests.
And you go into her fucking side quest and that song plays, and I'm like, fuck,
amazing.
They ripped at this.
Yeah. Oh, you get a vehicle in this game. Guess what it's playing? Some type of classic rock song.
Yes!
It fits so perfectly.
There's, like, Jet-esque type music.
Yeah, there's a lot of heavier rock in it.
It's just... it's a joy.
Every part of it.
It's a joy.
You can't make this shit up.
If you want to talk about graphics, there's nothing left on this earth to say because they have everything you ever thought.
There's one time in this game where you say, oh, okay, the graphics. And that's when you are in a very specific lighting environment and you pause the game mid-animation.
Are we talking about when people are complaining?
Yeah.
Oh, so the running...
When these cave people, these
just
mongoloid sewer creatures come out of their little grates.
If you guys are in any of the Final Fantasy groups that are on Facebook, okay, it's called William Patterson. That's all I have to say to you. It's just bullshit. It's William Patterson bullshit where it's just an endless troll. It's meta trolling within a troll where you take one fucking image that was, like Ryan said, you could, because the lighting in this game is so spectacular, you can take any character and put them into blasting bright light.
HDR light.
Beyond belief. So, like, even if it was real life and you were standing in direct sunlight, do you know how psychotic you would look if someone took a fucking picture of your face getting blasted with direct fucking motherfucking sunlight? Alright? So that's what they do.
Yeah.
You can do it Cloud, you can do it Barrett, you can do it with any of the characters because they're getting hit with so much light and then take a picture and say the graphics in this game are atrocious. Yep. That's what they did.
Oh, there's an issue with this.
But that's the problem you get when you implement a camera taking fucking
photo mode
in a game and you let people have free reign of it. They're going to take the worst pictures you've ever seen.
You can do that to any game though. And the thing is,
that's the running right now troll online.
This game looks so good that people have to go out of their way to try to make it look good.
Yeah, it has to be a beyond. It's not even a nitpick. It's made up. It's actually fake.
It's so stupid.
It's fake. They have to come up with that's not even true. So
only if you do that, you're a scumbag.
Yeah, well, fuck you anyway. You don't deserve to even play this game.
Take this game out and
put
it away.
You don't deserve it.
Don't even look at it.
There will be moments where you are speechless of how beautiful it looks. You will
you'll just sit there and look around.
You'll be in awe. You will be gasping. There will be moments. There is a cutscene. Okay, it doesn't even fucking make sense. Okay,
it doesn't.
You would think it would be the opening cutscene or the ending cutscene where you're like, we're gonna put in all our man hours. We're gonna blow you away. There is a cutscene that happens in between, changing from an area to a boss fight that you will kill yourself. You have never in your life, in your wildest fantasies, any game, think of the greatest looking game you could ever fucking imagine in your life, and times it by 100 billion. You will never in your life see something like this.
This is the benchmark.
Yes. It's been hit.
Every generation there's a game that looks so fucking good.
It's this.
World of Warcraft, when that first came out in 2004, that opening was the graphic.
That was it,
pinnacle.
I guess.
That was the pinnacle. You would not see a better cutscene than the World of Warcraft intro in 2004.
Yeah.
Then I want to say, I'm thinking of another game with really good cutscenes. Final Fantasy 13 is a very good example of the opening and ending of that game. They look insane. The graphics of those, that's what, 2010?
No, 2000. Okay, Metal Gear Solid 4 came out in 2008.
Yeah. And there's some damn good looking cutscenes in that.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of that is in engine, though, so it's...
Yeah, isn't that... Yeah, I can't even use Metal Gear as an example. It's just, it's not comparable to this. I'm not saying it's not good. It's just, this is like, well, I'm trying to think of things stylistically on the same level as this. Because this is the most hyper-realistic anime you can ever have in your life.
This is anime. This is how I'm going to sum up
this.
This is video anime.
That's how I'm going to sum up this game. This is your personal anime fantasy that, like, when you watch Dragon Ball Z or you watch whatever growing up. Maybe it was Inuyasha for some people, whatever the fuck it was. And you fantasize about the best fights ever, the greatest shit ever, Spencer, the greatest characters in your mind. This is it. Yep. They took it and said, here you fucking go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Here you go.
Like,
over the top, funny shit. The most homoerotic shit you've ever seen in your life.
It does not get gayer than this.
Ever in your life.
This is the gayest
and you will be
game on the planet.
You will be smiling and laughing like you don't even know why you are. There are facial expressions that characters do, like Barrett and shit, like when he puts on sunglasses or he even looks at you and you're like, I can't even fucking look at this. It is so great. Like, it is so perfectly animated, perfectly executed. You feel like you're living in anime. You feel like you're in it. This is everything you ever dreamed of. It came true. Square Enix said, I will give you everything.
Yep.
Here it is.
Yep.
I will give you everything for $70. That's all it costs.
Yeah, and guess what?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for changing my life.
Just doing a basic playthrough of this game was 70 hours.
Yep.
$70 for 70 hours.
It was 70.
And guess
2
what?
hours.
We're about to drop another 100 hours on this game for the platinum, and I will do it out of love for this game.
This game will make you feel like you were 10 years old. You woke up, it's fucking Christmas.
Yep.
Your parents bought you a PlayStation fucking 2, and it's Final Fantasy X. That's how
All
you're going to
I'm gonna
feel.
say
You're going to feel like I woke up into the greatest timeline of my personal life, and I get to experience something. It's brand new. This may be from an already existing game, but it's brand new. You have brand new feelings.
This is the game.
This is it.
This is the game that makes you realize you're in the next generation.
This is the game that makes you realize you love video games. Mm-hmm. I love games. I love them. I want every game I want to be this level because every fucking part of it is fun. It's like they took the finest comb ever and combed every single snarl out of your hair.
What piece of fat can we cut off of this?
Yes.
What what kind of scent?
And there's gonna be fucking people. There's gonna be stuff that they don't like about it. There's just like stuff that's just some people are fucked up. That's what I'm gonna say. You're fucked up. That's it. You're gonna find something wrong with everything.
It's called you don't really like games.
No, you don't, and you're looking for fucking something to complain about, and you have no personality. And you know what your personality is? Being goddamn fucking miserable. Because there is no way in hell that you can start this game from beginning to end and not laugh, not fucking smile, not cry your fucking eyes out, not want to fucking dance to the music or listen to it in a car ride to work. Okay, every part of this is for someone. Like there is enjoyment on any level. So if you sit here on your old fucking man ass and act like it's not good, you should just kill yourself. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, you need to do a real reflection
on yourself because there is nothing left for you in this world to give you joy because this is the creators of this, the directors of this, the fucking artists of this telling you we're doing the best we ever could do. This is the greatest we could ever do.
Yeah,
and it will save the franchise. It will save Final Fantasy.
If things like this keep happening, Final Fantasy will
on top.
It'll stay around.
It will stay. I mean, like right now, 14 is pulling the weight.
I think
14 is pulling the weight for the series.
Yeah, 14 is bankrolling the game. It's keeping
happening.
It's keeping some good interest on the series.
But if there wasn't, guys,
relevant,
I'm being dead serious with you right now. If there was no Final Fantasy 14, very easily this franchise could have died because the games from 10 on, the mainline games, are atrocious. They are a nightmare.
It's safe to say if 14 never happened, the series might not be here.
No, and this is and to be where we are now, this is the greatest they've ever been. I don't listen. Your nostalgia will blind you 100%. It will. You will look back on things and be like, no, it can't be as good as when I was a kid or when I first experienced this. I am telling you right now, when you play this, it is like experiencing something for the first time. This is the first time.
Yeah.
This is it. This is like your first time with Final Fantasy VII. This will be your first time.
It is.
And it's perfect. And everything about it, you don't... I never want it to end. I wish that this game was like Fortnite and they would just give you a billion fucking downloadable DLCs and stupid shit to continue it for... I wish I could live in this world for the rest of my life. That is how engaging it is. Even stupid NPC side characters, you're like, fuck. Okay, what's up?
So much
Let's do it.
Shit, dude. Like, there's just... Every area is so specced out with, like... There's at least 4 side quests. There's all these areas you can go into and
all type of collectibles.
There's like lore. If you're into lore, there's lore pages.
I really thought that me and Ryan did most of the collectibles, and then we beat 72 hours.
They laughed at us.
And then we looked at it, and I said, "What?"
It said we had like 30 of the 100 and something manuscripts.
How? There's and we did so much side content. There's that much more. As much of the game is story, which is 72 hours. Okay.
There's at least 100 hours
more.
minimum.
There's that much more.
If you were to do a standard difficulty, full content exploration, it's at least 100 hours.
Our goal is to platinum it. We platinum remake. The goal is to I don't even know if we can because this game is... The difficulty level is much higher.
Well, no, it's called...
But it is.
Thankfully, nothing's coming out soon because we have our full eyes on the prize.
Eyes on the prize. But anyone that's going into this remake, this game is harder.
This is a hard
fucking game. This game is much harder than that.
Because the first game, there was a couple fights where you're like, okay, Hell House.
Hell House
at the end.
Hell House on hard.
Yeah.
Don't say
not even on hard mode. There were people who legitimately had trouble.
Do you remember?
I don't even want to talk about it.
Okay, but
Hell House gave me trauma.
I'm just gonna say, Nameless King. That's all I have to say.
Say Dark Souls fight randomly in a Final Fantasy game. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me spend the next 6 days. Oh,
there is a Dark Souls reference in this game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I fucking loved it. All right. There's so many Easter eggs. There's Easter eggs to Final Fantasy VIII. Apparently, people said there's Easter eggs to Kingdom Hearts. I did not catch in on it, but apparently there is. That's what I've read.
Oh, really?
So there's a lot of little things in there for people who might be more fucking autistic than I am about Final Fantasy. You'll find it.
You just use your eyes.
You'll find it.
You'll see it.
There is something for everyone in this. There really is. There's something for everyone. You can't even use that. You can't even use that trope. Oh, it's a fucking JRPG. Oh, it's boring fucking turn-based bullshit. No, this is not that. This game is not turn-based nothing, and everything about it.
Thank God it's not turn-based.
And every character plays fucking different. So if you don't like how Cloud plays, fucking play as Yuffie. Who was like the greatest character.
How many JRPGs are there where you don't even play half of the fucking characters?
Because you hate them? Oh, you mean every...
Give me 4 fuckers and I'll use them all.
Every time, and I'll use an example. So, like, Tales of games. So, like, in the Tales of, there are you get so many characters in those fucking games. There's like 10 party members by the end of it. You don't give a fuck about even a fourth
Give me the first 4 you get. Don't even give me the others.
No, that's it. The original 4 people are the ones who will use the whole game. Every game, it's catered to whatever games play you want to use. Like if you want to attack from far away, you can use Barret. Like if you want to be like up close, like Tifa, you can be punching the living shit out of people. Aerith is the weakest. Aerith is the weakest. She's fucked up. She's fucked up. She's fucked.
She's so worthless. I hate her. I
love Aerith as a character. We hate her as fighting.
She's unplayable, borderline.
She is. So yeah, listen. Even us can have complaints. The game's a masterpiece, but there's complaints.
There are little nits that you'll pick, and you'll say, okay, well, whatever. I'll look the other way because everything else in this game is so fucking good.
Well, and it's not even bad enough to take away. That's what I'm saying. The nitpicks aren't nothing bad.
It's like a question, really. Like, that's an
because I bet you right now there's people who play as Aerith and they love her and they have figured her out.
Oh, I'm sure there's pros. Yeah. People who've already beat this on hard mode. Probably.
So there could be people like that.
Yeah, she's a very. It's like think of a fighting game, right? Where there's like.
It's catered to all people.
There's characters who can't even punch; they just do grabs.
Yeah.
Zangief.
Yes.
Say Zangief to me.
Aerith is for only a specific way to play.
You have to be a goober, dude. I don't.
But there are some people's brains that are like, oh, I'm in on this.
Goober, yeah, they do. Know how to do it.
You have people. Do you have characters like Kate Sith? Can I just say something right now? Kate Sith has no right to be as great as he is.
I don't remember being great in the original.
Sith has no right. He is.
Every time
Love
he's on
him.
screen, you're like, this is the new one.
This
the new
is
guy.
him. This is my voice here.
Yeah.
That's how you feel. You fucking love. I love him. Love him. His voice actor, give him a fucking Oscar.
He takes the
give
reins.
him a fucking
He
an
controls
award.
the party so much in this game.
Yes.
And puts you
Dude,
in the right direction for at least half the game.
When you see him walking around, you want to cry. It is the cutest thing.
Yeah.
Okay, the cuteness factor on this game, unrivaled. That's I'm just gonna say that. There's shit in here that is so cute you will throw the motherfucker up. I cried over a cactar battle scene.
Yep.
Cried. Tears. Human tears.
Eyeball tears.
Over a family of cactars that were dancing around a watermelon.
Yep.
That's all I have to say to you. It will
And that's
destroy
the variety of these side
It will
quests. They'll be
destroy
like,
you.
oh, there's a fucking... These evil monsters stole the watermelon.
Yes.
Go kill them.
No, but they're just
And
babies.
you're like, all right,
They're just
what's
baby
gonna be out here? Like a
cactars.
big behemoth or something? What is
Baby
it?
cactars
It's a nest of cacti.
that are so cute.
And you have to go and murder them.
And you don't want to.
And it's fucked up.
You have to also
There's so many
murder
moments.
a chicken, and you don't
There
want.
is a
you don't-
vicious murder of a chicken in video
It's
games.
evil. It's evil.
It's evil.
It's evil. The cow. What about the cow?
There's
Don't say it.
There's
Okay,
so
that's what I'm
many.
saying. All I'm saying to you people right now, if anybody's even going to watch this, because nobody fucking watches our videos,
If you make it 20 minutes into this video,
your life will be altered in the greatest motherfucking way ever if you play this game.
it's a reminder.
It'll remind you why you're a human being and why you want to be alive, because
Yep.
you want to keep living to have experiences like this.
And
It's so rare.
You'll live your life to a new level after this.
Listen, it is so fucking rare for me at my age to find something that affects me to this point.
Yeah.
I am surrounded by a sea of mediocre fucking, but we all are.
Everything.
We're in a sea of fucking
We're
gray,
we're in the septic tank right now.
septic, water, nasty, fucking worthless shit. Okay? And we are on a daily bit. Gaming, it has been debated, I don't know how many fucking times in the last 5 years. Oh, Xbox, Microsoft is going to shut down. Okay, Sony's going to fucking shut down. We're done.
Oh,
there's
the generation's already over.
Yeah, there's no more consoles. It's all fucked. Everything's going to be all on one fucking on the PC because all these fucking AAA games are flopping. We're squandering fucking resources. It's a waste. Everything comes out broken. Cyberpunk almost destroyed and fucking everything. Sony had to take it off of the store.
Mm-hmm.
When in your life have you ever heard of a company taking a game off of the store? That happened.
Yeah.
That happened, all right?
And they issued refunds for everyone.
It was that fucking broken. So you wake up every day in this world and think that you are going to see nothing but shit. It's going to disappoint you. You're going to, I know I'm going to hate this at some point.
Might as well just wait for the game to go on sale.
What? Actually, at some point, why even play games anymore? There are people that feel like that because it has gotten that disappointing. This will save your soul. This will take you out of the grave and say, I can't give up on life yet. I can't give up on gaming because this is here. If this is here, other things can be there.
This is like if the world, everyone started giving you Tic Tacs, and then a chef showed up one day and was like, guess what? I'm making you your favorite meal.
Oh, yeah, you've ever had.
And that's what this is. These developers...
Not only is it your favorite meal, I have tweaked it so it is your most familiar favorite meal,
It's
but
so
I have
familiar, but there's
made it better.
something new in this that'll change
And it excites you.
and remind you.
Yes,
That
it's like
love
that
it.
scene in that stupid fucking Ratatouille movie where that guy like eats the ratatouille and he's transformed.
I don't even know what that means.
Whatever, but
I
he
like
is.
it.
There's this asshole guy and he like the rat makes him the dinner and he eats it. He's like a real son of a bitch, this guy. And he eats it and it transports him back to this moment in time where he's like with his mother and he's happy and he's eating the greatest food ever and he like cries and he comes back to himself and says, wait a second, I gotta stop.
That's
being,
what this game is.
got to stop being an asshole.
This
That's
is
what it
the
will do.
Ratatouille of video games. Dude.
It is.
It's gonna teleport you.
It is. And if you are too blinded by your nostalgia, you need to get therapy and you need to get on medication because something's wrong
Yeah,
with
you need to
you.
stop. You need to stop.
You're not only ruining your life, you're ruining other people's life from your fucking bad attitude.
And for what?
For nothing. To what? To start a fight on Facebook?
Good job.
Congratulations. I hope you win the William Patterson Award because
Are you going
that's
for
you.
it? You're going for it.
Is that what you're going for?
Because you failed again.
That's what you're going to get.
You suck.
I want everyone to play this. I want everyone to wake up and be like, I'm so happy
if you like
to be playing
RPGs
games.
and you don't have a PS5 yet, you have an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called, you have multiple issues.
Please.
You don't have a PS5 and you're not experiencing one of the greatest games ever.
This sells the PS5.
This is a PS5
That's
seller.
It. Buy your PS5 for this. That's it. It doesn't even matter if you don't play anything else because this is that good. This is that good.
Just like, I think Remake was the PS4 seller.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, it sucks that it took 7 years for it to come out, but...
I mean, there's some very good games on PlayStation 4.
Someone like Steve who doesn't even have a PlayStation.
Yeah.
That game was so good that we had to let him borrow our PlayStation.
And he still won't. My brother's an asshole about this.
Yeah.
This is mostly directed towards him.
Steve.
I mean, because Bloodborne was magnificent.
Yeah, there's definitely some gems.
Yeah, I'm not saying...
This generation has less gems, though.
Oh,
That's why
almost none. Almost none.
It's so crazy that people are going to be like, oh, there's better out there. What is better out there?
No, there's things that's equal.
You've seen a list...
No, I'm going to say something to you right now. No,
there's 5 games on the PS5, right?
Yeah, but I mean, and this generation alone of games that I have played with you, I have been with Ryan for almost 11 fucking years now. I have gone from what? The Xbox... Was 360 still around?
Yep.
It was Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, now we're at fucking PlayStation 5. I have been through all of these generations with him. There are I can name the best games we have played on fucking one hand.
Mm-hmm.
All right? This is one of them.
Yeah.
What else you got? Elden Ring. You got fucking Dark Souls. I'm going to just lump them all into one series,
yeah,
okay?
just say the Soulsborne.
Yes.
If you play one Soulsborne game and like it, you should play all of them. It's that simple.
And everything else that, for me, that I can name is over 10 years old. Like,
Right.
I can't... When they redid Nier, it was great, but the original Nier is just as good. So I can't say that that's better than the original Nier. Like, because it's not. No, and I love Nier. Nier's one of the greatest games ever.
It's another mandatory game. If you have one of these systems, you have to play it.
But like this is high. Listen to me. When I say that Final Fantasy IX changed my life, it's not a fucking joke. I don't even know if I would be here if I didn't play that game. I love this more.
Yeah.
I love this more than the childhood me loved anything that they loved.
Yeah.
That is what this has done.
It's the
It
best.
has made me insane.
This is the one game, like, every generation there's a game you're holding out for. For, like, for the Xbox 360, everybody wanted Halo 3. For the PlayStation, everybody wanted Uncharted.
See, like, for me, a
There's
lot
just
of...
so many, like, weird games.
Gaming really died for me with, like, the PlayStation 3. That was it. Because
That's what I'm saying. That's what
that
we
was
had.
it. I had my fucking...
And Uncharted was, like, the highlight.
And no, not for me. It was Metal Gear 4.
There wasn't... Well, yeah, that came out pretty early, though.
But that's what I'm saying. I got a PlayStation 3 to play Metal Gear 4 and Final Fantasy 13, and then that's it. That's what I'm trying to say. That's it.
There was no, like, greater game, though, you're waiting for.
No, this was it. This was my...
Nobody was waiting
Guys,
for Final Fantasy.
This was my Final...
13
This was my Final Fantasy 10. This was my Metal Gear 4.
Yeah.
That is... In Metal Gear 4, don't even say it to me, all right? The weight that game has in my life and the importance that game has in my life, for me to even speak in the same level of Metal Gear 4 with this, that's how fucking good it is.
It's on the same shelf.
If you knew me, you would be like, wow, it has got to be a masterpiece then. Because that's how important Metal Gear 4 is. I just cry. I've been fucked up all day from this. I've been fucked up since we beat it. We played until 4 fucking a.m.
Yep. And it still wasn't enough. This game is 2 roller coasters at the end.
Can I just say something to you? Once it starts, it never stops. It's the same thing with Remake. Once it starts,
when they
it
say,
never stops.
Right before you start the final dungeon, they say, like,
before you, it's even before the before final dungeon.
That's what I'm saying, 2
because,
roller
like, the
coasters.
Forgotten Forest or whatever, that temple, that's, like, the real last, like, fucking part or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, when you do the Cetra Fortress, before that, right before you even get in there, is the last time you can get,
It
this
literally
is not a
tells
joke.
you. It says, you are going here and you are not
never
coming back.
returning. And when I mean not returning, I mean 10 hours of not returning.
Spend 10 hours.
Anywhere between 6 to 10 hours, that is how long the end of this game is.
Yeah.
So when it starts, it fucking doesn't stop.
You're on the fucking ride.
You're on the ride. Just like in Remake. If you guys know what I'm talking about, when you got on that ride, I almost had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Okay, like, this one, I at least was prepared.
Once you walk into Shinra, you know you're on the roller coaster.
Yes, and like when you first play Remake and that ending, which was probably a good 3 to 6 hours too, okay? It's so hard to tell because it's a blur. Everything is happening
4
so
years
fast.
ago, and it was
But
so
if
fast.
you have seen the movie Uncut Gems, it is
the equivalent.
It is Uncut Gems, okay? It is. Once you're on this ride, you are not getting off until you had a heart attack or you died. That's how it feels.
Yep.
That is how it feels. That Remake. So at least my body was prepared. Like, I know I'm gonna go through that again. Like with this, this is the same but different. It's the same but different because that one you're not crying. You don't know. You already know. This is the thing going into this. You already fucking know you're getting fucked up.
There's something bad coming.
The worst thing ever's coming, and everyone knows.
And you don't even have to be a Final Fantasy VII player to know that something bad is going to happen.
If you have been alive on this planet Earth in the last 20 years, you know.
You know the twist.
You know. So everyone knows, and it's going to get you. That's all I'm going to say. It's just going to get you, and you can't. The ride doesn't stop. It doesn't matter if you're sad or what's fucking because it's not going to stop. Sephiroth's not going to stop.
He doesn't stop.
He doesn't stop. And you can't stop. You have to keep going until the last fucking breathing second of this. You can't stop.
You won't stop.
You were gonna, if you were a fan of Final Fantasy, this was for you. They made this for you.
This is for you. This is the most Final Fantasy's ever been.
Ever. Everything you've ever loved about all of the games, everything you loved about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, this is it.
Yep.
It's all here. You have shit, and they do. Oh my god, it's like I could talk about this forever. So they give you things from other games that I don't know if it was like this in the OG Final Fantasy VII because I never played it as a kid. Okay, there's there's literally a Una scene. You're like, this is like I'm looking at Una.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are having throwbacks to 10. You're having throwbacks to fucking 6. You're having throwbacks to fucking 5 with chocobos and all this shit and really goofy, funny drag queen characters and like gay characters.
Yeah.
So much for everyone is what I'm trying to say.
It's what Final Fantasy always was.
Everything. So flamboyant and so over the top.
PS1 Final Fantasy.
Everything that made you laugh or smile or smirk is in this.
Yeah.
Everything that is like a cheeky fucking bullshit is in this.
It's so crazy.
Everything. Because that was like one of my brother's biggest like qualms with this is that he's obsessed with Final Fantasy VI, which I get. And he's obsessed with, like, Kefka being, like, the best villain ever because he was, like, funny and also evil. I'm like, you don't understand. In this game, everything is funny and also evil. Like, the Turks, like, there's so much shit, over-the-top shit.
They're the Blues Brothers, dude.
They're Team Rocket.
Comical,
Team Rocket?
Team
okay,
Rocket,
yes.
Yeah.
So, like, you are going to be laughing your ass off and also being like, this is the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, like, why are these guys so fucking...
Why are these guys
they like
such idiots, but also, like, martial arts masters?
Yeah.
Like, why am I seeing the greatest choreographed fight ever, but it's also fucking hilarious?
Every cutscene with them is a Advent Children style fight scene.
You feel like you're in Advent Children. Like,
this like a game deleted scene or something.
Puts you in so many positions.
Yeah.
And that's, like, the greatest part of it. Like, you could go into this game as someone who just loves mini games and have the best time in your life playing every mini game ever. I'm riding chocobos. I'm fucking fighting. I'm fucking boxing. I'm freaking playing cards.
There's a Toad mini game where you get shrunk into a Toad.
There's everything.
Something where you become a soldier, like a little miniature.
Oh, you like collectibles? You're one of those fucking people? Go collect 1 trillion collectibles.
Oh, you love the VR arena? Well, guess what? There's 100 fights now.
There you go. You want simulating fights? Oh, and you can play it as Sephiroth and Zack. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Every character? I can play as every character? Oh, okay.
Why not? Just throw it in there.
Oh, we're not just going to give you one chocobo. We're going to give you like 6 different type of chocobos, and they all do different shit, and all of it is fucking great and fun, and none of it is like nothing.
And every area will play slightly different.
I wish I could explain this as nothing in this game is annoying. Like, you're never going to feel like, fuck this.
Yeah,
Why do I got to do this? Why do I got to do this part?
Another chocobo scene.
What? Yeah, oh, fuck.
None of that.
Oh, I got to grind. No,
oh god, I have to go and do this.
Oh, Final Fantasy IX, which I hated. Oh, Chocobo digging up fucking mini game to get the weapons. No, it's none of that stupid shit.
Even
all that shit's
even the shit that they add that you'd be like, oh great. I have to go and gather 5 watchtowers and scan.
But no,
you
because
can skip it. You walk right.
You don't
past
even have
it.
to. But the thing is, because it's already in your path of exploration, why not just go over there for 1 second?
Everything is so finely tuned that you would.
There's no.
Okay, they'll just add an extra. 30
I guess
seconds,
this is like what I'm trying to say. There is no penalty for how you want to play.
No.
There's no penalty for.
And there's no restrictions.
And there's no, and people are gonna try to say shit to you like, oh, the fucking whispers and all this fucking shit with the ghosts. How you feel about that is your own interpretation.
Yeah.
I have my own opinions about it. Other people do too. But it never detracts from the main story. Just know that. Never. Everything you know about Final Fantasy VII, this is still it.
If there is
still
a cutscene with a whisper, there is so much stuff happening that is interesting that you're not even going to care about the whisper.
No, and then
there is Sephiroth doing some crazy shit. There is Cloud having another episode.
Oh yeah, psychotic episode.
There's things that are happening that you'll be what is a whisper?
I do think when after the 3rd game comes out, there will be a critical discussion about them, and it's going to be split. It's going to be split between people who are like, I'm fine with it, or it's cool and it was all right. And there's going to be people like, I fucking hated this and it was unnecessary. Do I think that's a discussion that's going to have to happen? Yes. But do I think that it in any way detracts or takes away from the game experience? 0%.
Exactly.
0%. 0%.
I think it's ultimately going to be chopped down as it's a Nomura thing.
A Nomura thing. And if you love Nomura like we love Nomura, we have no problem with it.
What is Michael Bay known for?
Explosions.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be boiled down to something like that.
It's a Michael Bayism.
Oh, well, what do you expect? You're playing a Nomura game.
Well, exactly.
I think that's what it'll be.
Yes. But please do not think because there are fucking, like I said, these asshole, miserable fucking nostalgia fags that are fucking on the internet trying to ruin anything that is good. Do not let them convince you that there is something wrong with these games.
There is nothing
because
wrong.
there is nothing wrong with them. There's
and those people
absolutely
have
nothing wrong.
people have the problem.
Yes! Anybody that's sitting around online making crazy dissenting fucking fights with others is something. There is something wrong with you.
If you can't ever objectively look at something, then you will never be able to, enjoy things.
And if you also only get all your information from other people's fucking opinions, grow up.
Yep.
Become
a human.
Stop being a slug on the ground and start being a fucking human being. And live your own life and live your own experiences.
These people are AI NPCs that they just...
This is my conclusion for this.
Yeah, well, actually, I heard this guy on GameFAQs said that the ghost is a reference to this thing.
Let me say this. This is all you need to know. Okay, this is how I'm going to end this. Stop being a fucking NPC in your own life and be a fucking main character in your own life. That's it.
That's simple.
That's it. There you go.
Go play this guy or something. Fuck off.
Yeah. Obviously, this is not for you. So
if you can't handle good, then good. Fuck
go play Minecraft. I don't know what to tell you.
Go do a Minecraft roleplay server.
Go on Roblox.
Where you
I don't
fucking sit in your little house and eat shit.
Yeah. So live in your same.
You don't deserve it.
Live in your same. Live on your same path forever. Just don't grow as a person.
And
because whatever.
But this time, don't even talk to anyone because no. You don't deserve it.
No.
You don't belong here.
There are things that deserve a negative, critical outlook on them. There are things that deserve it. This is not it. This is not the thing. You're putting your shit, you're misguiding your opinions. You are misguiding them.
You are.
Yeah, put it towards something that fucking deserves it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Starfield or something, because there's a lot going on with that.
If you look at the market and say what RPGs are out in the last 2 years, you will see things like Starfield. You will see things like Star Ocean 6 or whatever it was that just came out. And then you'll see this, and you'll be like...
I think it comes down to that the people who have complaints about this, Final Fantasy was never for you. Like, you never should have been playing these games in the first place. They were never for you.
Yeah, and Final Fantasy does have a very distinct Japanese taste to it.
And style!
If you don't like Japanese things, you're not going to
like this. If you don't like over-the-top shit, if you don't like homoerotic shit, if you don't like the greatest music you've ever heard in your life...
That's like
if you don't like anime, anything... Then stop. This is not for you. You don't have to sit here and make fake critical opinions about things that's irrelevant. That's your own personal opinion.
Especially when they're not even your opinion and you're basing it off of someone else's opinion.
So go just do what's for you.
Yeah, but go play what makes you happy and don't think about things that make you unhappy.
If you love Final Fantasy, this is like a gift that was given to... It's beyond a gift. Square Enix literally said, here is everything you ever... dreamed of in your wildest dreams, and we have put it on a silver platter. We have wrapped it up with a fucking red bow.
Yeah.
We are handing it to you. We are giving you your dream. Your dreams have come true. And I will give it to you. And the price to pay is $70. I will pay $700,000.
I wanted to buy the $500 Sephiroth version.
We have no room for Sephiroth in our house.
I wish we did.
That is the only reason me and Ryan don't have that, because we have no more fucking space.
We would have.
We bought the fucking $300 Persona 3 one with Aegis, and she's this small. That Sephiroth's like this fucking big.
Yeah, she's the size of a Pepsi bottle.
And I don't regret it, but...
She's sitting right behind the camera, filming.
I mean, we're in a very good age right now if you want to get into JRPGs, because you could do exactly what me and Ryan did and play Persona 3 Reloaded, which will put you in a grave, and then you will immediately go to this, and this will also put you in a grave.
Say play that, and then play this.
Go crying your eyes out. Start crying your eyes out at the end of that game. To immediately starting this.
Do an 8-hour session of Persona 3 Reloaded to then play this at midnight, the second it releases.
And you're fried.
And do a double cry because you're crying for Persona.
No.
And now you're crying at this.
Yep, that's where we're at.
That's where we're at, dude.
It's perfect. It was This was perfectly made for me.
It doesn't get better than this.
And I'm very heartbroken that it's over and I have to wait. I have to go into another weird time stasis like I did for 4 years.
Maybe we'll get COVID 2.0 and it'll...
Speed time up again.
Speed things up again even
faster. Hope that it's only a 3-year wait. I hope, or at least we get like an interlude, like when they gave us DLC with Yuffie. I hope we get another one of those.
We need the Vincent. We need the Sid.
Oh yeah, like we didn't even get into that. Like just listen, just play the fucking game. Just
play
the game. Play the game.
Just know it doesn't get better.
I don't think in my lifetime that it's gonna.
I hope that Volume 3 is better than this? Because if it is, it's going to be unreal.
I mean, well, this is the thing, and I have said this to Ryan, and I will say this to everybody. I love the characters so much in this game that the next game could be a bubble bobble puzzle solving game, and I would smile.
It'd be so good.
And love every motherfucking second of it.
I'll take it.
They could take these characters and put them in any scenario.
Put them in a NASCAR game.
Yes.
And like their heads pop up and do dialogue. I'm just telling you right now,
the depth of the characters, the lengths that they went to create them like they're living beings, I have never seen it in anything else in my entire life.
Yeah.
Never in no game. Never in
Nothing.
a game. Ever in a game have I seen it to this level, ever. You can feel, it's palpable. The passion and the love behind this, it touches every part of the game.
Every one of them.
Every part of the game. Like
when
I'm saying,
you see the team chemistry where Barrett's big obese ass will fall over on his back like a turtle, and it takes two of the party members to run over and grab him and pick him up.
You know what I'm saying?
There's so much.
Why do they have to put that in?
Chemistry.
Because they have love and passion for this.
This is family.
Yes, this is.
And this is how families work.
Final Fantasy VII is my family.
That's my
family
fantasy.
I'm
7.
sick. I'm delusional over it.
Yeah.
I'm delusional over it.
It's how it is.
It had gotten so bad after remake that when I saw Interlude, not Yuffie, whatever, the Yuffie part was fine.
Yuffie was fun.
At the end of it, when it showed Cloud
the
and Barrett and Tifa and Aerith and Red 13 walking down the road, I hysterically started crying.
Yeah.
I couldn't even control it. I had no idea that was going to happen.
Yeah.
The minute I saw them, I lost my mind. That is how...
It's like
that is how beautiful these characters are.
If you were shipped away to a school for 3 years, away from your parents, your cousins, all your favorite people, and then you see them coming up the street.
You wouldn't be able to handle it.
You'd lose your mind.
That's how I felt.
You'd lose your mind.
And that's how I felt in every cutscene, in every part of this game. Every time I got to look at their faces, every time I got to see the hours of time that went into animating minute facial fucking expressions.
What Reds?
Who does that? Final Fantasy 16 was so goddamn bad and so devoid. This is the difference between
that was the other
now.
RPG that came out recently. Yeah,
devoid of passion. It is devoid of passion.
It's so formulaic.
It is devoid
it's so basic.
Of emotion. It is like a card. It is a shell of a game.
It's the first AI generated Final Fantasy game.
100%. And for all I know,
insert drama here. Insert shitty joke here. Insert basic warp
for
story
all
here.
I know, Yoshi P did use AI to write that.
I honestly think he did.
I won't even tell you there's dialogue in that game because there's not. I'm not even going to tell you that I can even remember. Or
we don't even remember the name.
One fucking thing that was said.
What was the brother's name?
I don't know. Clyde was the only name.
There was Clyde, and there was Sid, and then there was the summons. I don't remember.
And the gay guy, and I don't remember his name.
The gay guy. Who was he?
Remember? That had the lover and the.
Bahamut's guy. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Ermin Trout or something, or
yeah, I'm just gonna tell you guys.
Glenn Lodbrok.
That's the difference. It is a glaring.
Glenn Lodbrok.
It is a glaring